always keep your job, but will help you get that job. But you're leaving here more than just a person who is getting ready for a job, for a career. You've prepared yourself and will continue to do so for your life. A life of meaning, a life of purpose, a life of opportunity, a life of responsibility. An amazing journey that's uniquely yours. So as you make your way along that journey and you appropriately thank, and I hope it's today, you thank these marvelous people that are part of your life. Remember all these other powers that you have, just they're innate and ready to be exercised. Powers of encouragement to those around you that might not be as gifted or as talented or perhaps as open as you are. Reaching out to others. The power of gratitude, which I just mentioned. The awesome power of service that you have within you. We say this constantly about you can make a difference, but we know this because we have watched lives shift and change because of what people like you have done, intervening in other people's lives. So grab onto a big purpose. It may be the person sitting next to you in your workplace, or it may be the world that's waiting for your expertise, for your vision, for your leadership. There's more to this than you. Be about something really big. I know you expect me to say that, but after all these years, I can tell you that it's perfectly true. It makes a difference into who you are and what your life will mean to you some days, weeks, months, or years hence. This past week, the world watched as the globe put to rest Nelson Mandela at the age of 95. And many of you, I'm sure, aware of Mandela's life and his work, etc. What's always been fascinating to me about this former South African president was how he, in fact, in some ways, acted in ways that seemed counterintuitive. At a time when it would have been easy and perhaps even justifiable to react with revenge and hatred and malice. He learned from those before him and from his own worldly way, from his upbringing, that the best way was the healing way. And so he offered a pathway to reconciliation. And so as we buried him this last week, actually today he's being buried, the sense is that he left us with gifts and lessons. Lessons we probably know, but we have to be reminded of. And I think it's on a day like this, surrounded by people who love you, who truly, deeply, without reservation, love you, that we embrace the best in who we are and the best we can become. Not just for ourselves, but for a whole world that's waiting for your generosity and your perspective and your goodness. We believe in you. Make a huge difference. Thanks. University of Central Oklahoma is one of 6 institutions under the regional university system of Oklahoma. It's the governing body of our institution, and there are 9 serving regents. Now, I want you to understand what a regent does. A regent is not a government official. It's a voluntary citizen of our state, appointed by the governor, who devotes their time, attention, and their abilities to making sure that we as an institution have the appropriate resources and possibilities to serve our students. I am so pleased today to have with us the chair of the Regional University System of Oklahoma, Regent Richard Ogden. Regent Ogden is a prominent lawyer in Oklahoma City. He is well known in the governing board of Oklahoma Bar Association. He is a very active member of our board, obviously serving as chair, but beyond the title, what distinguishes Richard Ogden is his thorough and convincing belief and passion in the power of education to do what I just mentioned a couple of moments ago, and that is to make a difference and change lives. So I want you to help me welcome Regent Richard Ogden.
Well, thank you very much. It's my pleasure this morning, and has been my pleasure on several times to be here at the University Central Oklahoma, which I believe to be the coolest university in the state of Oklahoma. Let's give it. It is on behalf of the Board of Regents that I congratulate you, your families, your friends, for the great accomplishment that you have achieved today, and even more so the accomplishments which you will achieve in the future. But I do want to talk to you a little bit about what it does mean to have an education from this university. I mentioned it's the coolest place. I really do truly believe that, and there's importance to that, but more important than that is the fact that you have such a great quality education, and that you were also taught values of your own person here, of respect for others, the transformative learning experience that you have here. And I have to tell you that that's unique. Many people, when you're sitting here and you have participated for the last 4 or 5 or 6 years, you think, wow, this is just kind of the way it's done. Well, this is unique. And what I want you to do is to know that on behalf of the Regents, we encourage you to take what you have learned here, not only your academic discipline that you have learned here, but also what you have learned here in terms of being a good person. And President Betts and I apparently were on the same page, perhaps many of us on the same page this last week, thinking about Nelson Mandela and, the meaning of his life and the meaning that his life should have for all of us. One thing that, and I have a quote from him, and I think that this is something to take with us. I have learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave person is not the one who does not feel afraid, but the one who conquers fear. All of us, from time to time, will believe that we can't do something.
I had to make sure my door is locked.
But in fact, as Nelson Mandela also stated, that it only seems impossible until it is done. So the point being here is that fear sometimes has a good purpose. It keeps you from going into the water too deep. You can't swim. But it shouldn't keep you from learning how to swim. Fear is something that has its place to perhaps keep you from burning yourself on a fire. But it does not have its place to keep you from achieving your goals. So whatever you believe to be a barrier in your life, keep in mind barriers that Nelson Mandela overcame and how this one person, through his belief in justice, through his belief in what was right, through his person, not just what he knew academically as a lawyer, but who he was as a person, changed the world. Again, I congratulate you. What a great experience you're going to have the rest of your life. Enjoy this day, and be sure to share your experience with your family, your friends, and with all those people there. Thank you.
Thank you, Regent Ogden. Alumni, which many of you will soon be here in a few minutes, are vital to the success of the University of Central Oklahoma. Please welcome Dr. Jared Joe of the UCO Alumni Association. He's the president of the board, and he'll spend a little bit of time sharing thoughts with you.
On behalf of the UCO Alumni Association, we offer our sincerest congratulations on your accomplishments today. You are now joining a distinguished group of alumni across the state of Oklahoma, across the United States of America, and across the world. We are so proud of you. As you look around the room today, we hope that you enjoy this experience, you soak it all in, and you understand the level of accomplishment that you have achieved today. You are now an educated UCO Bronco, and we are excited to see the things that you will do in the future, in our state, and in our nation. Today when you arrived, there was a card in your seat that offered you a token of our appreciation of what you've done here as a UCO student. It is a UCO lapel pin that we hope you wear with distinguished pride and you honor with your next achievements and your next path in life. Also on the card, you will find a way to stay connected to us. We want you to hear the UCO story as we continue to educate new students and produce new alumni. But more importantly, we want you to stay connected so we can tell your stories. We know that you will achieve great things. And we want the world to know that you're a UCO graduate in doing so. We are so proud of your accomplishments. We are so proud of your efforts, the long hours, the evenings, the sacrifices you have made to join what we consider the best alumni association in Oklahoma, the University of Central Oklahoma. Congratulations, New Bronco alumni. We hope you take this pin and again, wear it with pride and stay connected with us so that again, we can tell your story. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. At this time, Ms. Dia Janae Baker, Ms. Chelsea Clark, Dr. Cody Dent, Mr. Cody Dent, Mr. Michael Lovett, and Mr. Vaughn Palusa, UCO Music Theater majors, and Ms. Carissa Shamanik, Master of Music and Performance major, will perform our special music for this ceremony.
The University of Central Oklahoma awards special honors to undergraduate students graduating with a grade point average of 3.7 or higher in 3 separate categories: cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude. The cum laude designation honors graduates with a GPA of 3.7 to 3.79. Students with the cum laude designation, please stand as your name is called and remain standing. I ask the audience to hold your applause until all names are called. Graduating cum laude from the College of Business are Megan L. Coleman, William Cole Osborne, Stephen C. Rose, Bruce Wade Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge these honors graduates. The magna cum laude designation honors graduates with a GPA of 3.8 to 3.89. Students graduating magna cum laude, please stand as your name is called. I ask the audience again to please hold applause. Graduating magna cum laude from the College of Fine Arts and Design are Laura L. Kent, Andrea D. Newcomb, Laura Elizabeth Randolph, Catherine N. Rudolph, Hannah Mae Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge these honors graduates. Graduating magna cum laude from the College of Business are Siegfried Alexander Chan, Michael Crow, Jonathan Harber, Olivia N. Hewitt, Cody S. Jones, Victoria Ann Knight, Masha Moshiri, and Jeffrey M. Wood. Please acknowledge these honors. The summa cum laude designation honors graduates with a GPA of 3.9 or higher. Students with the summa cum laude designation, please stand as your name is called. Please hold applause until the full list has been called. Graduating summa cum laude from the College of Fine Arts and Design is Levi Jan Dobrinsky. Please acknowledge. Graduating summa cum laude from the College of Business are Sarah Elizabeth Dowell, Carly E. Eisenman, Ricky Lee Garrett, Miles Joseph Hartog, Brooke A. Mortimer, Heather Lindsay Rockenfield, Mitchell William Stevenson, James Quinton Thorpe, Vicki H. Trom, Stacy Lynn Tuckey, Trevor John Horner. Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge these honors. The title of Class Marshal is awarded to the student with the highest grade point average in each college. Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge the Class Marshal for the College of Fine Arts and Design, Levi Don Dobrinsky. And the Class Marshal for the College of Business, Vicki H. Trom.
Thank you, Dr. Rudy Nolan. At this time, I'd like to ask that all candidates for all degrees please stand. President Betts, each of these students has been recommended by the faculty of the University of Central Oklahoma to receive his or her degree. I recommend to you that, subject to the satisfaction of all obligations to the university, their degrees, as listed in the printed program, be conferred.
Thank you, Provost Barthel. Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, and the Board of Regents of the Regional University System of Oklahoma. And by the authority vested in me by the state of Oklahoma, it is my pleasure to confer upon each of you the associate or baccalaureate degree as printed in the program, with all rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. So graduates, please move your tassels. And be seated.
Ushers, please prepare the first row of associate's degrees. Recipients, candidates from the College of Fine Arts and Design, come forward. Travis Clayton Call. Rohan O'Neill Thomas. Drake Logston. Courtney Legalski. And Russell M. Bonham. Ushers, please prepare the first row of candidates for bachelor's degrees from the College of Fine Arts and Design to come forward and receive their degrees. The class marshal for the College of Fine Arts and Design, Levi Don Dobrinsky. Shay Virginia Stroud. Catherine Nicole Rudolph. Lindsay Elizabeth Lancaster. Cynthia Lee Gaither. Hannah Mae Smith. Laura Elizabeth Randolph. Jordan Marie Hazelton. Tiffany Danielle Lemmings. Audrey Michelle Bishop. Tawny Packer. Jessica Rachel Sanborn. Summer Danielle Nolan.
What?
Jessica Rachel.
Chase
Isn't it
Lily
Rochelle?
Michelle.
David Fletcher. Stephanie Catherine Elrod. Brian Perdue. Melissa Perry.